Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Today we will be talking about Imam Al Ghazali's Ya Ayyuhal Walad. This book is translated in English. I found it on Amazon. You can find it on Amazon as well as Imam Ghazali Publishing. Before I even go ahead with the book, I wanted to quickly thank a few people and organizations and institutes. First of all, Jazakumullah khairan kathiran to Makkah Center for organizing the classes and therapy initiatives that they are doing for all of us. I found out about this book through them. I went to attend a class that was organized by them, that was taught by Sheikh Yasir Fahmi, and through that when we took the class later on, I learned, oh, there is a book actually on that. So then I got the book and then I filled all the notes in here that were from my class, so that inshallah later on I can go back and even like my kids can go back and like have access to all the notes that were from the book. Sheikh Yasir couldn't finish the entire book in the time we had. I hope inshallah he comes back and we can finish it up, because definitely we need a teacher. So Makkah Center is one I want to thank, inshallah, and also Imam Ghazali Publishing for actually translating and printing these books of Imam Ghazali and making them accessible for people like me who do not know Arabic. And I also want to thank Sheikh Yasir Fahmi for actually teaching this class. It was really, the way he taught was great, mashallah. Like there is an incident here mentioned, like how Sheikh Hassan al-Basri was given a glass of water and he literally fell right away, and then he went unconscious, and then when he was awake again, and he was asked what happened, and then he told that when I was given cold water, I just remembered I just recalled how people of hell would be asking people of paradise to give them pour some water on them from what Allah has provided them. So the way Sheikh Yasir conveyed it really made it alive for us as opposed to reading the book. Alhamdulillah, book is great and there are a lot of gems I have benefited from, but truth is that when you study under a teacher, that makes the text alive. And a lot of the people live in the delusion nowadays that you can just collect a lot of the books and study and then that's good to go. No, you need a teacher. That's where the issue comes, when nafs can kind of corrupt the things for everybody, when people are just like going on the text and then you are also consuming the text that may not be necessarily authentic. So you need to be careful with that. You need to know where you are getting your knowledge from, and inshallah try to study under shuyukh. And alhamdulillah, we live in an age where like we all have some sort of access to the teachers, and if you don't have but still you have an intention, then inshallah may Allah make it easy and you will be rewarded for it. But definitely try your level best. Even it's like one class in the entire month, go and study under somebody. That's beneficial, inshallah. Yeah, so first of all, as Sheikh Yasir taught us, that whenever you read a book, you have to make dua for the author. So inshallah, may Allah grant Jannatul Firdaus al-A'la to Imam Al Ghazali and grant goodness to everybody who made effort in writing, translating and producing this book, inshallah. I mean, I personally want to go ahead and give a short example from this book. I'll only read a few lines for you. This example is given with regards to a person who acquires knowledge but doesn't implement it. So yeah, a quick example, okay? By way of parable, if a man in the wilderness were in possession of 10 Indian swords in addition to other weaponry, and if the men were courageous and skilled in warfare, then if a ferocious lion were to attack him, what do you reckon would happen? Would the weapons protect him from its harm if left unused and without striking? It is known that they do not offer protection unless they are used and struck with. Similarly, were a man to read 100,000 academic inquiries, then learn and teach them without acting upon them, they would not benefit him until he acted upon them. I really like that example. And honestly, like if you just see my notes therein, like you'll see how much we took from the class, alhamdulillah. And I actually want to share some gems from the class as well. Okay, let me do a quick thing. Tears for Allah go and become pawns. Okay, so there was this thing, that there was this line, there were these lines from poetry How lost are sleepless eyes when you are not sought. If tears for other than you flow, they are not. Okay, so on that, Sheikh Yasir went on to tell us to spend a night weeping over for other than Allah is waste. Those tears are going in gutters. Tears for Allah go and become ponds. That was something that really stood out for me. And we are just days. If a day passes, a part of you has passed. And there were many gems from class. I'm having a hard time picking which ones to share with you guys. Nighttime is the most sacred time for the believer. Don't assume yourself safe in your home. There is a direct pathway from there to hellfire. Subhanallah. We have to seek forgiveness for not seeking forgiveness. Subhanallah. So many of us just are living in delusional lives. Yeah, Quran and Sunnah are the fortress, and Ijma is the protection. We have to keep in consideration where Ijma is, and we have to respect that. Dignity and possession aren't synonym or go hand in hand necessarily. This point Sheikh Yasir mentioned with regards to us actually holding on to a lot of stuff and thinking that some sort of brings us honor. So whatever we have to make sure that we empty it before we get to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there was this thing also, submission to Allah brings dignity. And there was this thing also that I can't find right now, wherein Sheikh Yasir said that our identity is to the extent to which Allah acknowledges us. And I was like, wow. So yeah, definitely try to study under teachers. What is with you must vanish, what is with Allah must endure. So with Ramadan coming up, we have to try to give up as much as we can, inshallah. Again, check this book out, hopefully you like it, and keep me in your du'as. And if you have benefited from this video or any video, just feel free to share, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.